FM. What are we talking about today? Nigeria's former president Goodluck Jonathan will be on the leading candidate to one of the leading candidates rather to confront incumbent President Bola Tinubu in the 2027 presidential election. A close ally of the Bayelsa-born politician has confirmed. The ally, who is also in the People's Democratic Party (PDP) as Jonathan, has said that the plan to draft the former president to contest in on PDP's platform had gone far, and that he had accepted, adding that the former president was going into the race to find ways of addressing Nigeria's rising poverty, hardship, and the general suffering that had gripped the citizens in recent years. Again, what are we talking about? You heard that correctly. Nigeria's former president Goodluck Jonathan will be one of the leading candidates to confront incumbent President Bola Tinubu in the 2027 presidential election. A close ally of the Bayelsa-born politician confirmed. The ally, who is also in the People's Democratic Party (PDP), as Jonathan said that the plan to draft the former president to contest on PDP's platform had gone far, and that he had accepted, adding that the former president was going into the race to find ways of addressing Nigeria's rising poverty, hardship, and the general suffering that had gripped the citizenry in recent years. Now, questions upon questions and upon questions. First of all, is Jonathan the savior and solution to Nigeria's plenty problems? Many Nigerians saw him as a sleepy president. Will he be awake this time around? Does he have the right temperament to govern Nigeria again? Does he have it? That temperament is quite gentle, some people will say, for the hot-headed Nigerians. He's too much of a gentle person. Will he be able to govern Nigeria? Considering he's been silent through PDP's decimation, can he command the respect in the party, also considering the Wike factor? Will it even be a good idea for him to come back as president? Does the constitution allow it that he comes back to be president of Nigeria? These are some of the questions we'll be asking today on Matters. You can call me Solo. You can call me Mr. Solo. You can call me Souls, S-O-L-S. You can call me Mr. Souls. But officially, I am Solomon of M. Welcome to Matters. If you're just tuning in, this is Matters on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Let me introduce the topic again. Nigeria's former president Goodluck Jonathan will be one of the leading candidates to contest incumbent President Bola Tinubu in the 2027 general presidential poll. A close ally of the Bayelsa-born politician has confirmed. The ally, who is also in the People's Democratic Party (PDP), as Jonathan said, that the plan to draft the former president to contest on PDP's platform had gone far, and that he had accepted, adding that the former president was going into the race to find ways of addressing Nigeria's rising poverty, hardship, and the general suffering that has gripped the citizenry in recent years. Now, the source said the project to bring back Jonathan to reposition Nigeria was being driven by key Nigerian leaders and elders who believed that the former president stabilized the country in its economy within the 6 years of his administration. The source said it was in a bid to rescue the country and restore the dwindling economy and Nigeria to its pride of place that key PDP leaders and elders started pleading with him to consider running against Tinubu in 2027. There are those who believe that giving him the opportunity to run for a single term of 4 years remained the clearest pathway to power, for power to return to the north in 2031 and remain there for 8 years without a serious struggle by the south. Going by the fact that Jonathan had already served out a term of 4 years, he cannot run for more than another 4 years in office if he wins the election in 2027, just like Tinubu if he gets re-elected. Well, that's one part of the discussion. And of course, good enough, I have Destin Atakan. He's a legal practitioner and current affairs analyst, joining us on the show today to help us answer some of these questions that we have. Barrister Atakan, thank you for joining us on the show today. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Hello? Well, looks like we're having problem. Hello, sir. Barrister Takan, can you hear me?
Hello, Solomon. I'm here.
Yes. Sorry, I think
I hear you.
yeah, I was pressing the wrong button, so it's thank God.
Okay.
Yeah, the technical crew came here to assist immediately. So it's good to have you join us on the show, Barrister Takan.
All right. Thank you so much, Solomon. Yeah, glad to be here again. And I say hello to our listeners.
That so many questions. Is Jonathan the savior and solution to Nigeria's plenty problem? How many, many Nigerians saw him as a sleepy president? Will he be awake this time around? Does he has the right temperament? What the Wike factor? Will he be able to with Wike there? And we all know what's going on with Wike and PDP. According to information, some stakeholders went to plead with Jonathan, was Wike among them. Will it even be a good idea? Let's start with that. Will it even be a good idea for him to come back as president of Nigeria? Let's start with that.
Okay, talking about whether it should be a good idea.
For him, I'm not talking about for Nigeria now. For him.
Oh, okay. Well, for him, he's entitled. So, if he's entitled and he has the ambition, it's okay. I wouldn't say that Jonathan did badly, contrary, especially the experience under the APC has shown that, his performance was heroic, because if you look at all of the ministers and all of the achievements under the PDP, all of the complaints which the opposition at the time and currently the party in government, the APC, used to get Nigerians to do their part. The things that are happening today are like 1,000 times far more, or things are far worse than when they complained when the PDP was there. So, would it be good for him? Yeah, if it's not about the person. The best president is not the one who has the best brains or who has the toughest of heart, but the one who has the brain to know that for each aspect of a national life, the economy and everything, science and technology, I should bring the right brain to mantle it. And that's what Jonathan did. So was it about being weak? When you run a government and the government is performing on all indices, more so I keep saying, when the scorecard is compared to what we have today, you want to say that, look, let's have the PDP back of the truth. What was the issue? The main issue about, again, the PD was corruption, corruption, and corruption. But what are we seeing today? We have seen corruption, abysmal corruption. And so, and even the most of those who are in the PDP, that's the thing with Nigeria's politics. Those who call themselves politicians are fair weather politicians. When I say fair weather, they go with the weather. They are stomach infrastructure politicians. They are politicians who care more about their own, lining up their own pockets and their cronies than for the welfare of the average Nigerian. Most of those who are in the PDP today, because the APC, by whatever means, snatched power and is in power, virtually all of them, most of them, you put it in percentage at about maybe 70% have crossed over to the APC. And I bet you today, if Jonathan were to accept to go under the platform of the PDP, and Nigerians were actually to think that, oh, well, give what Nigeria was as 2015 when he handed over to Buhari. They won that Nigeria of 2015, but Nigerians were to do that line and vote for Jonathan. You have all of these fellows coming all the way back. But between you and I, it's not so much about whether it's good for Jonathan. It's good for him if really interested to come back. But my concern boils down to what would happen to Jonathan or to any other person who competes against Tinubu with the current structure we have at INEC and its leadership. That's for me more like the real concern. I wrote about it. It's on social media. On that twice, I've written about that. It's on social media. It's on my first book. It's also it was published in the Telegram newspaper. It's Telegraph newspaper. It's also there. About my concerns about INEC, the current structure of INEC and its leadership. If we were to want to proceed with elections of 2027 with this structure, with this leadership, Nigerians will be hoping against hope to think that they will have any representation of their choice. So then it shouldn't be good for Jonathan. Neither would it be good for any other person who runs against Tinubu. That's the truth.
One must say he was the president. He had the chance to structure INEC, but he didn't do that, and it's turned back to bite him in the behind.
Well, he structured INEC.
How
Jonathan
so?
did.
Because the same INEC is what we're having here. I don't think there's anything. If anything, well, it has gone from bad to worse.
Now, I'm coming to it. If he didn't, Jonathan structured INEC and amended INEC to allow or permit electronic voting. Which is one thing, but to extent as INEC to give effect to electronic voting. When the law gives to them appropriate technology to allow a transmission of results, via the VADEC, to what extent is INEC forming?
Hello, sir.
Hello?
Okay, we can hear you now. We couldn't hear you properly for a while now, so. You were talking.
Okay.
You were telling us you were telling us how it's structured INEC.
Yes, I said basically what he did was double INEC. There was an amendment to allow for electronic voting and transmission, or what do you call it, transmission of election results. That happened during the Jonathan administration. But as to what extent has INEC employed appropriate technology to give effect to that enablement, which the law gave INEC, is the real question.
Now, if there's one thing we learned after the 2023 election, especially when the other political parties were contesting the election and the electronics transmission of electronic results, shows the ambiguity in the sense that it can be interpreted it can be interpreted in such a way that INEC still have the liberty to do the election however they want. How would you call that
Hello?
structuring? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, sir. I can hear you. Can you hear me, sir? Oh, okay. Let me try calling him back.
Hello? Yes, please. It's a normal call. Yes. Yeah, thanks very much, Solomon.
Now, if as I was saying before we were interrupted, if there was anything we learned after the 2023 election was when a lot of these political parties, or when some concerned Nigerians started asking questions about why the election result wasn't transmitted electronically properly, we got to learn that there were a lot of ambiguity in that law, which is subject to interpretation, different interpretation, and that INEC can transmit, can do the election however they want. How do we call that reforming if it's not done properly, or if there are no guardrails? If there are no guardrails.
Yes, indeed. For the first time, when I said there was that legal engineering under Jonathan to give effect to electronic transmission, but you see, I also said it depends on to what extent INEC was really interested in giving effect to legal movement. The prejudice about the judgment of a half-full cup and a half-empty cup lies with the prejudice, of who is the judge. In this case, when people are not set out to do the right thing for the country, PGI has shown continually to be amenable, they would have come up with all manner of interpretation. We've seen that under the government, where a thing happens, the judge is black or right. So, where I read that they
Okay.
have been but they are
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. The network is really bad.
I'm here.
Let me try to see if I can switch. Let's try switching the network. Just give me a moment, please.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's hope this will work this time. Thank you very much for your understanding.
Thank you.
Okay, okay. Go on, sir. You were talking about the interpretation of the electoral laws.
Yes, yes. So basically, as I've said, it all lies with the prejudice of who is looking at the law. Just like the case of half-filled cup, like that I gave, where based on the prejudice, one says it's half full, the other says it's half filled. It's half empty. Sorry. But I have, for one of those write-up I talked about recently, I agree that the enablement, the amendment was not very specific, and so it allowed
exactly, which is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so it allowed room for gainsayers and mischief makers, to interpret it the other way around. So in one of those write-ups I just did recently, like I said, it's found on the Daily Telegraph and on my Facebook wall. I had said that this enablement, there should be an amendment now, and specifically mandating INEC that the results shall or must be transmitted. The result will be transmitted through the INEC IRF portal, and that no other result would be admissible or acceptable, to declare anybody a winner except so transmitted. Hello?
Yeah, we're here. We can hear you.
Okay. So basically, if that is done, that would knock off this opportunity for mischief. So that where the enablement or the amendment which we are asking for now clearly states that the result must be, without deception. That would take care of it. That way, we would be sure that whoever comes up, it dispenses with human manipulation and the sort of shoddy and sordid thing we saw in 2023, where mangled and convoluted results were pushed in, and you recall in 2019, where INEC went to the extent of even denying that they didn't even have a database from which to fish out, election results. And so the only way we can do that is have such an amendment. If we have that, and a Jonathan comes up, an Obi comes up, or whoever else comes up, and Nigerians will have hope that if we want to change this administration, which of course I see the complaints everywhere because of what Nigerians are going through, then there'll really be, substantial hope, not hoping against hope, that they will be able to have the outcome of the election, the results that are actually announced or posted would reflect the actual voting and the intentions of Nigerians at the polls.
Now, you talked about the PDP did way better than what APC did. Are you doing that because you're comparing it? I mean, we all know, APC had done way worse. But I remember vividly that we had the same complaints during the PDP administration. They were so bad that was why some people, despite the propaganda, as it were open for a change, because the PDP offered us to the civilian rule after years of military rule, and then lots of people, including me, can say the military was way better than what PDP came and offered us. It's just that we never knew that APC will become even a thousand times worse. Is that the comparison? Are you using the APC as a yardstick to compare what PDP and Jonathan did? Because if you're using if you're using that, then some people may say, I mean, that that's a wrong comparison, in the sense that the bar was already very, very low.
Well, I don't know how else you call. What's comparison? Comparison is measurement between one or two or more, as to which is better or worse, or which is worst, and which is best. depending on whether it's between two or three.
Some may say it's bad to worse, not better to worse.
So wouldn't it be better to go back to worse than to stay at worst, for instance? If PDP gave us worse and we have worst in APC, what are the indices?
But can't we have better? Can't we have better though? Does it have to be bad to worse? Can't we have better?
If we go back to PDP and we're having the worst of APC that represents better to APC, that's better, isn't it? That's better. That's going back to better days. And what are the indices? There are a lot of things to look at, to make sure, to tell where the indices of bad governance. What did the APC campaign against the PDP? Like you rightly agree, they are 1,000 times worse than what PDP was. So if we're going back to PDP and PDP can return Nigeria to the 2015 life experiences, then would have gotten better already, isn't it? Would have gotten better already. So this comparison is not saying that we're going back to two evils, the better of two evils. Yeah, in a sense, it might be saying that we're going back to the better of two evils.
Exactly, that's what some people would think. Because for those of us that grew up in the 70s and 80s, we saw way better than what PDP came and offered us, which was why some people
That's where I was going to go.
Okay.
Look, I for instance, I recall that I paid fees in secondary school for 13 naira school fees in secondary school. I remember going from Calabar to Lagos by bus and paying just 100 naira, 80 naira, and 100 naira. I'm talking about 100 naira. And I could go on.
The same 100 naira that you can't even use to buy anything right now.
Yeah, yes, I can tell you, I have flown. I think when I started flying, with 8,000 naira ticket by air, that you're buying a ticket today for 250,000. So progressively, if we're talking about complaints, there has never been any government that there have not been complaints against, even on the military. Why did we have Nadeko? We had Nadeko because Nigerians were saying, no, this military must go. The level of corruption Nigeria is experiencing today was created by the military. The lack of accountability, the barefaced, and the ponderous non-accountability and fraud and corruption started with the military government. They institutionalized it.
And then PDP came and took it a step further, and then APC came and took it 10 steps further. It's.
So should we go progressively worse? Should we go progressively in that tangent to say, okay, let's continue with the APC because it's not looking any better in any way? So right now, Nigerians are agitating for change again. All right, change for the better. And if that who offered better than Tinubu and Buhari, well and good. Or if it's going to be an Obi or any other Nigerian who would offer better. Better here would not necessarily mean that we're going back to the days of buying, this I talked about, of flying, buying an air ticket for 8,000 naira, unless we're able to perform some magic and the naira equates the dollar, But then don't also forget that in economics, all of these prices that have gone far up, high up, would not crash down. If the naira was to equate the dollar today, you will not begin to fly at 8,000 naira like we did back in the days as I talked about. Because prices might crash in here and there and not go up. So you see, that's why with each policy that is or brings about price hikes, it is institutionalizing poverty amongst Nigerians. Because when these prices go up, when fares go up, it's airfares, whether the prices at the market for rice, beans, yam, or whatever, they could never crash back, irrespective of any government coming in today and equating the naira with the dollar, or with the pound sterling. So the truth of the matter is that we should not continue progressively on this tangent.
Now,
We need to change for the better.
let's take a look at his temperament there, because many Nigerians saw him as a sleepy president where a lot of things happened under his watch. Lots of ministers stole money, lots and lots of money, with corruption was rampant. I mean, there's still corruption anyway, but but corruption was rampant.
If he was sleeping, then if he was sleeping, then Tinubu is either in coma, I would say, because what we have seen in this administration and Buhari has been far worse. So if that made Jonathan a sleeping president, we had a snoring president in Buhari. And probably a president in coma, in coma in Tinubu.
And then the cabals were, running rampant, which obviously contributed in his outstar. Because if he had things on his fur grip, I mean, we're not expecting him to be perfect, but a lot of things wouldn't have easily slipped from his grasp.
A lot of things can always slip.
Hello, sir. Oh, God. Damn. Hello, sir. Hello. Okay, I wish we can talk more. Unfortunately, network is really messing me up today. Lots of questions to ask, lots of things to talk about. The network is really messing my show up today. So many questions to ask, but we can't ask that, can we? Now this is what we're talking about. One little rain and the internet goes, disappears, and cellular connection disappears. Hello, sir.
Yes. Are we still good to go?
Yeah, we're good to go. Let's give it one more try. If it interrupt again, we just have to let it go from here.
Very well.
Okay.
Very well.
Okay. So we're talking about the sleepy Jonathan, as it were.
Yeah. Hello?
Hello, we can hear you. Hello, sir.
Okay, yeah, fine. So I've said for me, I prefer a sleeping Jonathan to a snoring or slumbering Buhari or to a Tinubu in coma. Progressively, that's how it's been, by way of comparison.
Can't we just have a president that's awake? Must there be sleepy or comatose? That's the question.
Oh, well and good. I have no issues. I'm not particular about Jonathan, but just because we're talking about Jonathan now, the comparison here is with Jonathan and the rest. But I've said that it should be, or could be any other Nigerian, all right? And that, of course, we want a Nigerian who, if we're using Jonathan, so I said, Nigerians will be better off with a Jonathan if he can reenact the position of Nigeria as at 2002 and 2015. or, of course, a better person who can perform some magic and equate the naira with the dollar. And then, of course, ensure that even though prices and fares and price of services and goods will not crash automatically back to what they were as of 2015, we would be far better off. The indices for planning and general expectation of life, standard of living, quality of life, and all of that would improve. So, we want better, we need better. We don't always and be or any other person taking us to El Dorado where we have things far better than 2015, but not the direction we're heading with APC. No.
Okay, so let's end it here. I wish we can talk more, but network is really messing us up, and this is what we're talking about here, where little rain falls and internet disappears, cellular connection disappears, and it becomes difficult to communicate. That's what's going on right now with both of us. Barrister Takan, thank you very much for joining us on the show. Thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure always. Thank you. Do have a glorious day.
Thank you too, sir. Okay, the phone lines are open. Unfortunately, I couldn't ask all the questions I wanted to ask on this subject matter, but I leave it up to you now to tell us your say. What do you think about Goodluck Jonathan coming back to contest as a president of Nigeria come 2027? The number to call 0700 903 903 903. Again, 0700 903 903 903 or 0803 692 9933. Again, 0803 692 9933. You can also talk to us via WhatsApp, call or text. WhatsApp message actually, or call us via WhatsApp to the number 081 717 56338. 081 717 56338. A first caller on the line.
Mr. Solo.
Yes, so good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Ralph, calling from Satellite Town.
Ralph from Satellite Town. Thank you so much for joining us.
Whoever that know Goodluck to tell you to go and rest you before they will disgrace him. Believe me, that much to go and rest. This is how APC wanted to use him during the Bugari time. He keep on going to Astorok because they promised him they promised him that they will give him Astorok. They will give him ticket that brought Tinubu to president. I don't know what if I be president, if I be Goodluck, with the kind of face shot this government gave to him when he was in power, I would not write many books concerning this government, and then bring out a very young man as the president and back the person up. Why is he being used anyhow? Goodluck should go arrest you, please. He should go arrest, or else I will probably disgrace him. He's not going anywhere. Enough of these things now. They're looking for a way to divide P2P election, P2P vote. Look at the PDP. Today PDP is a branch of APC. Who doesn't know that? PDP is a branch of APC. Who doesn't know that? That now maybe they pay him or brought him to use it to divide the P2P or vote. This man should respect his right book about the bad governance in Nigeria. A lot of him now. He keep on moving us up and down. Well done, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm already having some interesting comments here on our live feed. Or someone gay or murdered, Jonathan, enter house or you will be disgraced. All those things that happened in your government will come out. Respect yourself. Don't come and be used. You still have a little. Okay. And the pay no heed, it's only a rumor. His image will be tarnished if he runs and fail. This is only but fear of Obi propaganda. This from Mariana TV. That on our YouTube live feed. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Thank you. Ben from Iba.
Ben from?
Iba.
From Iba. Okay, talk to us, sir.
All right, so please, can you help me ask Jonathan whether he forgot anything in a sorrow? I've been thinking about this man. I'm telling you, I've been looking and reading. What did he achieve than giving the confidence to think that Nigeria lost him? What is that thing? I was going to, is it seaport that he built? Is it a refinery? Is it dams? Is it for electricity that Jonathan generated 10,000 megawatts? What are those things? He was just only fortunate enough that during his time, crude oil was sold at $150 per barrel. The lowest price that time was $120 per barrel. Now it is Buhari itself was struggling with $50, $70, $60. That was the only thing that the government was so corrupt. Look at the meeting of Diziani Madeke. Over $20 billion. Look at the $2 billion he gets to that NSA. That's what somebody Suki to purchase arms. And in this case, it was just for his campaign. He ordered Suki to hand the money over to Toyo Okube, his campaign media officer, his campaign manager. They distributed that money across. Everybody got his own 500 million, 500 million, 200 million, just for his own campaign. When Nigerians were dying, Boko Haram was killing. The army was no weapon. This same corrupt man wants to come to Nigeria and come to rule us again. To rule? What did he forget anything?
Okay.
I cannot see any good road. I said this is the road Jonathan constructed.
Okay.
From Lagos to Onitsha, from Lagos to Abuja, from Abuja to East anywhere. Is it railway?
We get you. We get you. Thank you very much.
It is the form of people. It's from Bayelsa. They have ruled 6 years. Easterners have never ruled for 1 year in Nigeria. It is some of people, and he's coming out again. He went to meet Babangida because Babangida also told Otedola to go and take Jonathan to take over 1 year ago. That was he went to Babangida.
Okay. We get you now. We get you. We have to let other people talk.
You are not getting me enough. I'm not happy. We are waiting for Jonathan. Let him come.
Wow. Okay. This is interesting. Hello. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Thank you for joining us on the show.
Okay, my name is Dozie. I'm calling from Okota.
Your name is who? Sorry.
Dozie.
Okay, talk to us, Dozie.
Is there any crime that Jonathan committed with these people that we are not yet aware of? That each time election comes, they want to use him as a strategy, and he will.
You're gonna have to call us back. Sorry, we can't hear you. Network is bad. Sorry. I don't work with telecommunications, but I have to apologize nonetheless. I mean, we are still in a country where once more rain falls and all sorts of communication disappear. Internet becomes spotty. Cell connection becomes bad. Unfortunately, that's the situation we're in. Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Tell us your name, where you're calling from. Your name, where you're calling from, please.
Yeah. I'm on the way calling to Lagos. I'm from Rumours.
Okay, talk to us, sir.
Yeah. I'm happy to talk to you people. What I'm hearing, I'm not hearing you people's radio. I believe you people will send it to the East. But for Jonathan, if you don't want trouble, look at the armed gig Boko Haram is now. And that
That was what they brought to pushing that. If you definitely come in and they mention anything concerning that, this country is going to be bad. One. And they are talking that somebody who for your program, I don't know what the people talk in the night. Yes, like this particular government that is going on now, nobody is happy. Let them live. There is no way two people can come out from the southeast of the central region. Then one person from Europe, one person from North. It won't be good. Let him respect himself with the him for the whole world.
Okay.
And people, let us do this going to do.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we have a call on WhatsApp. Let's see if we can get that. Okay, it's not going. Okay, let me read some messages I have here. Hello. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, Obasanjo created NECO in 1999 to break WAEC's monopoly and give Nigeria full control of its exam system. Students were forced to write WAEC exams late at night, with which amounted to nationwide mass failure. WAEC is now a sacred cow, no reform, no accountability. Why are you still trusting a foreign-led exam body to... Come on now, this is not what we're talking about today. Good afternoon, Solo. If Jonathan comes out to vie for the post, I would definitely vote for him. All I want is this devilish APC to go back to their barbaric hideout. APC has done more harm than good to the people of Nigeria. Chinedu from Meiran. Thank you very much. Good day, Solomon. If Jonathan comes back, we will surely accept him, because it's now clear to Nigerians that his regime is far better than what we are facing right now. Also, I believe Jonathan has more experience now about the INEC, which he knows how to go about that. If Nigerian can move forward, at least let Jonathan take back it where it was before. Rafu from Ilasa Isolo. Thank you very much, Rafu. I think it will be a big mistake for Jonathan to come back to run for president. Nana from Egbeda. Thank you very much, Nana. Good afternoon, Solomon. If Jonathan wants to spoil his good name, let him come on board. He will be totally messed up. I trust the system. Chude from Ayetoro. Jonathan should go and rest and do an opinion post on this you're calling now. Nobody is going to support Jonathan. Everything have time. Let him go and rest. They are going to disgrace him completely. Elder Deacon or Mafuluku Oshodi. Good afternoon. Jonathan is a statesman now. He has done his bid. He doesn't need to come back. It's only APC sycophants that want to use this to distract Nigerians. Let him support Obi. Solomon with what El Rufai revelation yesterday with the electoral sheet shows that Obi won the 2023 election. Tony Okocha said it in his twice interview in Rivers, saying how they rigged it for Tinubu. So through this, they made Yakubu turn Obi from number 1 to number 3. Now Obi's mandate was stolen by this government. That's why they are attacking Obi right, left and center, and want Obi. And when Obi talks, your president and his musketeers are scared and jittery because the foundation that brought him into power are not credible. All that it does won't work. This is Ade from Lagos. Thank you very much, Ade. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Solomon.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Yeah,
Talk
I
to
heard
your name,
the
where you
topic.
calling from? Your name?
I'm OPG from Ojo Alaba.
Okay, sir. Talk to us.
I'm hearing you saying that Goodluck Jonathan is about coming back.
Yes, that's the news we're hearing from different quarters.
What is he coming back to do?
Well, that's the question we're asking.
Because I don't think he deserves that seat anymore. We don't need people like Jonathan to rule us. We want Peter Obi. Jonathan just want to come and distract. Jonathan just want to come and distract Peter Obi government. All these things are those people.
So sorry about that. You have to call us back. Or better still, you can send us some messages because the network is messing us up today. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, King Solomon Ofen.
Thank you for joining us on the show.
The man that asked for wisdom, I was given everything. The Lord is your friend.
Thank you very much, sir. Tell us your name, where you're calling from, please, and talk to us.
Yeah, my name is Peter Usifo. I'm calling from Abano Jenekoto.
Okay.
It is only your show that I like calling on.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Yes, when it comes to BOP, it's only your show at the moment.
Oh.
And I hope you keep it up.
Thank
You
you
will
very
not
much.
be confused like others. Yes, as the issue at stake. First of all, whether Jonathan is eligible to come back as presidential candidate or not, he is very much eligible.
That's a huge debate, actually, at the moment.
Yes, he's very much eligible going by what happened in 2015. We were talking about precedent and circumstantial evidence in law. So he's very much eligible to come back and contest. Now the question is whether he's also going to come to contest under PDP or not, as people are trying to drag him into 2027 election. Well, as far as Wike is still in PDP, and as far as Wike still has a deal with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I don't think that he can come to PDP to contest. I'm not sure that Jonathan can come to PDP to contest. Because if he's going to do that, mind you, he's one of the godfathers of Wike, and Wike will not forget him at all. So, if he's going to do that, then Wike is likely to resign, and I don't see his resignation so soon. Probably it is after 2027 that Wike will think of another person. You understand? Then, talking about his ally, Jonathan ally, coming to convince him. I think his closest ally is his own wife, that Patient Jonathan, who had already told us that she will not want Jonathan to contest to go against the family of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because the two families are very close and they will not want anything to,
Are they really close?
Yes, according to Patient Jonathan, that's what we heard from Patient Jonathan just about 2 months ago, nothing up to 2 months ago, that they are very close to Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Oluremi Tinubu, the wife of Jonathan. So she will not want to offend Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
So in other words, you don't think it's a good idea for him to contest?
It is not a good idea.
Okay,
in fact, people that are pushing him are people who don't want Peter Obi. You understand?
Okay.
That's those who are pushing him. That's just the bad and who tactics between him and Peter Obi. So let's not limit at that anyway. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Okay.
God bless you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Solomon. Enough of the sleep. Nigerians want to move forward. We should forget Goodluck Jonathan and think about a new Nigeria with Peter Obi promises. Goodluck Jonathan's era culminated in national frustration and unfortunate choice of Buhari in 2015. A word is enough for the wise. Chima from Surulere. Thank you very much, Chima. Good afternoon, VOP. My name is James Kenneth Chibueze from Ajao. Please let Goodluck Jonathan go and rest and face his family. I know, say he tried during his tenure. Mr. Solomon, Goodluck Jonathan coming back will bring disgrace upon him. Let him remain at the world stage for his own good. Okay, all we need now is Peter Obi, because he has the capacity and strong heart to better our economy. Let ADC with Atiku, El Rufai, etc. lift up Obi's hand to be the flag bearer. Only Obi can be his. Can do this. Pastor Ife Nchuku Anazodo Ago Palace way. Thank you very much. He continued by saying Goodluck Jonathan will lose his respect if he try coming out this in his this time around. For his own respect, let him remain with UN. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Thank you for joining us on the show.
Yeah, this is Charles from Festa.
Charles from Festa. Okay, talk to us, sir.
The last caller called said the other of your presenters are confused because they ask him question. You know, he's a supporter of this government and APC. So when anytime he calls, this is not only your radio station, or he calls every other station and promoting them. So when they ask him question, he was waxing lyrical about this government. They've invited him on your station twice to come and analyze about this government. He messed himself up. So that's why he said they are confused, that he doesn't call any other station except your own station. You are new in the station, but consequently, when you start asking him questions now, he will run. He will tell you that you're also confused like other ones. Thank you.
Thank you. That's the what we're talking about, though. Good afternoon, VOP Radio. Jonathan should go and rest before he will destroy his reputation, because the person in mind of the people now is Obi and still Obi. Good afternoon once again. Mr. Chijioke Igwe from Makinde Street, Oshodi. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, VOP. If Jonathan comes back, will he be able to carry out restructure he started? Northerners want him because they believe he would not carry out restructure. Anyone they show will carry out restructure will not be supported. That's why the typical politicians in Nigeria doesn't want to be. They don't want anyone that will restructure. The only thing that will solve Nigerian problem is regionalization. Our constitution and system of government we are using is faulty. Nothing good can be built on faulty constitution. Elder Isaac from Idimo. Thank you very much, Elder Isaac. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Solomon.
Thank you for joining us on the show. Thank you for joining us on the show. Tell us your name, where you're calling from.
I'm Daniel. I'm calling from Shomoli.
Okay, Daniel from Shomoli. Okay, talk to us, sir.
Yes. What is my thing is that the South and the Southeast should be very, very brave. You know, Wike is the one that wants Jonathan to come in order to destabilize Obi in the South area. So we should be very, very brave, we that come from that area, so that they will not be using us to attack ourselves. We are one. So Jonathan, for him to accept, I know he will not accept. It's just ordinary rumor, as just happened as 2023. So he will not come. Because if he comes, you know that he has committed a blunder. They have supported him. It was these people that stood by his side and supported him. So why he didn't come now and spoil their only thing? So I'm just appealing to us, Southeast, that we should be very, very reasonable. That these people are should accept it. So it's very, very reasonable to contain their shrewdness. That's my pick on it. Okay. Thank you, Solomon.
Thank you.
You are doing a good job.
Thank you.
You are doing a good job.
How are you, Solo? I'm good. Wiki has killed PDP and made the party dead forever. Okay, let me pause there. Hello? I've been trying very hard to pick up today. Hello?
Hello, Solomon. Good afternoon. This is Mr. Alex.
Okay, thank you for joining us, Alex. Alex from...
Please, I want to ask and I want to know.
Hello?
Did Jonathan forget anything in Asoro? He said he wants to go back to Asoro. You should relax and let Obi go. Everybody is clamoring for Obi. It's Obi we want. You should relax. We feel support to be Atiku and all of them. Let them run around Obi. So that we can remove this wicked APC in power. They are really torturing us. We are suffering. Things are not going well in this country. The business is not going well. Please.
Bad network. Okay, how are you, Solo? Wike has killed PDP and made the party dead forever. It's APC that wanted Jonathan back so that he will be rubbished. Sorry. Let Jonathan go and sit down and enjoy his life. I'm sure his wife would never allow him. Gideon, thank you very much, Gideon. Good afternoon to you on radio. My name is Caesar from Alagbado. Whether Jonathan, Peter Obi, Atiku, or any other person that isn't the problem of Nigeria, the system is porous. It needs a restructuring. The country is embedded on a wrong structure and must be modified before we get it right. There are cabals behind the wrong structure. It's not done. If not done, we will keep failing. May God help this nation. Thank you very much, Caesar. Good afternoon, VOP and people of Nigeria. Ikenna from Ikorodu. Please, Jonathan should respect his old age. I can see that he's not ashamed. I can see he's a two-faced man in the night. He's with the cabals in the day, and with Nigeria. Instead of him to join hand to make market to be from the southeast. What is wrong with this man? Please, we want peace in Nigeria. Good afternoon, Mr. Solomon. Please tell the former president Jonathan to go and sit down because he was the one who opened the door for APC as a result of his carefree attitude towards corruption, which made Nigerians to go to APC fake change. If he had done well, Nigeria wouldn't have fallen for APC deceptive change. If he loves himself, he should go and sit down. Also, please advise some of your callers to stop making it a tribal issue. Taiwo from Ejigbo. Thank you very much, Taiwo. Good afternoon, Sulu. I trust Mama P. She will not even allow her husband to contest Madam Florence. Thank you very much, Madam Florence. Good afternoon, Mr. Solo. I don't know what is wrong with Jonathan. Each time APC want to stand strong, they will come together and bring Jonathan just to disgrace him. If I were him, I would sit back and write a book over how he was disgraced, humiliated, and accused of so many things. Ra from Satellite Town. Good afternoon, Solomon of This is a plan of Wiki Group to use Jonathan to divide Peter Obi's vote so that they can use it to rig 2027 general election. Jonathan should continue to be the elder statesman as he had been doing since. Chinemere from Agbara. Good afternoon, Solo. This plan to bring Goodluck Jonathan is from the most mischievous politicians in Nigeria that hate Nigerians and doesn't want the routine system of government in the country to change for the better of the entire country. Why don't we go for better and trusted person who can do things differently for the betterment of the country? This is from Vincent, aka But Why from Mushin. Thank you very much. Jonathan is more acceptable to the north. If he comes out, he will defeat Tinubu squarely, but Obi will perform better than him. Please vote this government out come 2027. Jerry from Ikeja. Good afternoon, Mr. Solomon. For Goodluck to come back might actually be a plan from Mr. Wike and the ADPDP. Okay, say PDAPC. In order for them to use him and divide the attention of the well-thinking Nigerians and the good people of obedient families, let him come and disgrace his career. Thanks, Godson from Surulere. Jonathan should stay away from PDP if he wants to come back. Is this the PDP that has been messed up by Wike by the way Tinubu and Buhari failures to do Jonathan a good president? Tinubu and Buhari's failures to do not Jonathan a good president either. We saw his performance, John from Ijaniki. Good afternoon, Mr. Solo. Comparing APC government with PDP is like comparing heaven with hell. So also comparing Jonathan with either late President Buhari and Tinubu, the resting president. My intake on today's discussion is let Jonathan not of coming to contest, because we Nigerian youths are ready to support Peter Obi. God bless you, God bless VOP, and God bless Nigeria. I'm General Israel from Lagos. The former president has come out to tell us he wants to contest. It's not mere propaganda and distraction. I am Easy from Ikpaja. Good afternoon, Solomon Asika from Mushi. They have now want to fetch Jonathan out. If truly he's coming back, he's just coming back to make a fool of himself. So he should just stay back and enjoy the status he has now worldwide. This message is from Lanre PJ, Michigan. Jonathan should go and rest. Peter will be all the way. Thank you, Lanre PG. Dear Solo, Jonathan coming out to contest again can't be true. Is it the work of mischief makers? The first said Peter Obi should soon join PDP. Now they have played another one. Now using Goodluck Ibili Jonathan, a farm from Ejigbo. Good afternoon, Mr. Solo. Please, where is Showore? Grandma Maggie from Ushodi. Good afternoon. Imagine what people are now saying. There were the same people saying the government of Jonathan is the best compared to Buhari and Tinubu government. Now Jonathan wants to come back. People are insulting him just because of their love for Peter Obi. Just imagine how people reason. Yomi from Lagos. Good afternoon, Mr. Solomon. Thank you for your good work. My talk on this matter is please send my message directly to Goodluck Ibili Jonathan to please respect himself. Who is giving him advice and thought he is who gave him advice? I thought he's learned from him. Stay away from Asuro, please. My name is Nke Oputa. Good afternoon, VOP. My name is Mr. Daniel from my papa. Goodluck Jonathan should please ignore the APC who is trying all their best to scuffle the peace efforts to rescue Nigeria from this bunch of selfish politicians rather. Jonathan will only be messed up after they use him to remain in power. He should not forget how APC disgraced and insulted him while in power. APC is cankerworm in Nigeria. Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon.
Tell us your name, where you're calling from.
Speaking from my estate.
Sorry?
I'm calling from my two estate.
Okay. Talk to us.
My advice to Jonathan is better to Jonathan to go and sit down, because if Jonathan comes, he cannot even Southeast. He cannot win Southeast and South. Nobody is going to vote for, because the first one, the first 6 years in Nigeria, because you know that the Igbo is the backbone of him that make him to spend even 6 years. So better for him to go and sit down.
Okay.
Let him support P2B, because they want to use it to distract the vote of P2B. That's what I want to say.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, VOP. Okay, let me pick this last call before. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is Oki calling back from Alaba International.
Hello.
This is OPG calling back from.
Good afternoon, VOP. My name is Chukuma from Ilasa Maja. Jonathan coming to sign 2014 National Conference. He refused to sign. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, yes. The richest man I ever lived. How's it going?
It's going well, by God's grace. Thank you very much. Quickly, you have 1 minute because we're about to sign off. Your name, where you're calling from, and talk to us.
Okay. My name is Mr. E. Mr. E.
Mr. E. Okay, talk to us, Mr. E. Calling from?
Calling from Yaba, Lagos mainland.
Okay. 1 minute, please.
You know, please, let's win Nigerians to rise up, please. Let's not keep recycling people that have ruled before, please. You know, we want new people. We've tested Jonathan's government. We have a whole lot of people in this country, millions of people. Let new people emerge, please. Let's not go back to the same recycling.
Okay. Okay.
And the earlier we know that other people are not good for leadership, it's better for us. Let's try not to go back to older people. That's my suggestion.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, let me quickly read 2-3 messages before I sign off. Good afternoon, VOP. My name is Chukuma from Ilasa Maja. Is Jonathan coming to sign 2014 National Conference? He refused to sign or create the states in Southeast. Let him come and he will be disgraced out. Thanks. Jonathan is part of the problem Nigerians are facing today. He gave way for APC to come out. He gave way for APC to come. We don't need him. Obi or Atiku. Nana from Egbeda. Good afternoon, Solomon Wama. Okay. If a self-produced free candidate, Atiku might win the election because the free candidate might divide the southern votes to the advantage of Atiku. From Chief Udo. Thank you very much. A good day, Big Solo. Jonathan should just respect himself. Sheyi caught from Itire. Good afternoon, Solomon. Many aminos and radio without batteries and propagandas in all the political parties. Obi says that now Jonathan said this and that. No one truth in all. Chikeze from Agor. Thank you very much, Chikeze. Good afternoon, VOP Radio. Jonathan should go and rest before he will destroy his reputation in Nigeria. We still stand for Obi, so Jonathan should not confuse Nigerians because he will divide Obi's votes, which is not good. Good afternoon once again. I'm Mr. Chijioke Igwe from Makinde. Okay, it's time for us to go. It's always a pleasure opening this mic and talking to you. It's always a pleasure being on air and listening to your contributions. Thank you very much for your contributions. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for listening and tuning in to VOP 90.3 FM. For those that joined us via YouTube on our YouTube chat, thank you very much. Ngozi Ilo, people calling Jonathan out, want him to be messed up. Please, we should remember, he should maintain his personality for now. Okay, thank you very much for joining us via YouTube. Do follow all our social media handles at VOP903FM. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel at VOP903FM. Tomorrow is another day on the Voice of the People 90.3 FM. The program is Matters. Same time, 1:30 p.m. Join me again tomorrow. I am Solomon of Good afternoon.